What's poppin', BSNians? Alright, so it is my turn to participate in our longer form weekly content. So, I'm starting out strong. Let's talk about a young Superman movie. So remember, this is going to be in 3 installments. So there's today, Mondays, the sequel is going to be on Wednesday, and the completion of this particular story is going to be on Friday. So we're talking about a young Superman. The benefit, obviously, of a young Superman is you get to kind of build him into his mythos. You get sort of the Harry Potter effect, where you can grow with a young Superman and watch him develop his total devotion to Earth and doing the right thing, which I'm all down for. Okay, let's do it. So the Superman movie, the young Superman movie that I in particular would want to see, goes a little something like this. In Midwest Kansas, born and raised. So we have young Superman. I'm going to put him at around 21, 22. So it's just enough to know that he's got his power, that he's different, he's received the call, and I would have it be right before he decides to go to Metropolis. So in my version, he doesn't go to Metropolis till 25, 26. So you have young Clark Kent, who knows that he's got powers, who has already decided to be Superman. And so now that he's decided to be Superman, he's wise enough to know, let me get a little more world experience under my belt. So he travels overseas. He studies abroad. And I would have him go to France, China, Africa. I'm aware these places are not anywhere near each other. But basically he would travel and study abroad and learn languages, maybe even teach English, like overseas, right? English is a second language, that whole thing. And everywhere he goes during this first act of the film, he would see the same problems that he saw in America. Okay. So America's not special. All these places have people that need to be protected, who are being exploited by people with money, aka politicians and corporate interests. So then he comes back. He's like, all right, Mom, I can't be Superman for the world until I'm Superman here. So he starts Supermaning out of Kansas. Does stuff around Kansas, does stuff in Metropolis, and for the most part, it seems to go well. But then, one day he witnesses, as Superman, a cop pull over a black family and be just a little bit too much, right? So he goes in, he's like, yo, officer, you need to back up, you're doing too much. Officer responds aggressively. Superman gives him those hands. But he's young, not all the way in control. Dude's in a body cast, and it was caught on camera. Metropolis calls for Superman to go to court. Because he's young, he's like, all right, I'll go to court. But he's young, has no money for a lawyer. But a lawyer steps in to represent him. One Augustus Freeman. Part 2 Wednesday.